Hi!
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Adam.
Welcome to I Love You But, where we talk about common relationship issues.
And our advice on how to deal.
Wow, we drink wine.
And we got some wine.
So tonight, I love you, but we need to talk about dating a musician.
Who's that? Who's the musician?
You.
Between the two.
It's not me. It's you.
Is it me?
Yep.
I'm a pretty great musician.
Yep.
That's definitely me.
I feel like you always hear these myths about like, dating a musician, you're just on the road all the time, dating groupies and just like doing drugs. I'm gonna say there's a difference between dating a musician and dating a rock and roll star.
Yeah, that's totally true.
That's different.
Dating musician is vanilla and nerdy. That's how I think of it.
I mean, those are two good words, but they're not the only words.
Okay. So the two things that I've always heard when somebody's dating a musician, the first is, well, ladies, he's already taken. Buy his guitar. You're married to the instrument, you know?
Got it.
You love it and you stay up all night with it and you
That makes sense.
cuddle up with it and it's your favorite.
I'm the third wheel.
It's true. It's true. You are.
That one's true.
You're lucky that that I invite you into my relationship with my guitars. My many guitars. I am a polygamist. The other one is just the kind of like meme universe about the whole deal.
The roses one, where this woman walks into her apartment and there are roses everywhere, and instead of being so excited and like, oh wow, look at all these roses, she has her face in her hands, crying, being like, oh god, he bought another guitar.
Totally.
So I think that there are a few key elements that go into dating a musician, and if you have not dated a musician before, you should watch this and get ready for your next journey.
And it is an experience.
It is.
We are a different breed.
And if you have already dated a musician, you'll be like, yes. I think the first thing that comes to mind for me with dating a musician, and Adam is not the only musician that I've dated.
Or are currently dating. That's a joke, I'm kidding.
So the first thing that comes to mind when I think about what it means to date a musician is how much stuff they have. 6 guitars and like 3 amps in the closet, and then you have like big amps, and then you have the little amps that are called amp heads, and you're like, what the fuck is the difference? And then you have all these pedals, and you're like, what is this? How is it a pedal? And it's just a little box, and they're fucking everywhere, and then they're in a little case, and you're like, is that a briefcase? And they're like, yeah, my pedals. And then you have cables everywhere. There are cables and cables and cables in my apartment, guys.
So much cabling.
There's so much cable, and he's like, hey, can you hand me that this cable? And I'm like, this one? He's like, no, that's a so-and-so cable. I need a blah, 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 blah cable. And I'm like, I don't know the difference. It's a black cable. Here you go.
You're selling yourself short. You know the difference between a microphone cable and an instrument cable. You're smart. You're cool.
I had to learn that, though. Like,
you did.
It took a while.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Also, let's not forget about the speakers. We've had at least 3 or 4...
Three.
Four different kinds of speakers in and out, and every time we get a new one, he's like, we're gonna get this, it's gonna be fucking great, and then we have them for a week, and then he's like, you know what I can get instead?
It's true.
And I'm like, we just got these speakers, let's enjoy them. And he's like, but these other ones, and I'm like, no, we don't need crazy fucking speakers to watch Grey's Anatomy. Like, we just don't. We don't need separate little speakers in the bathroom to listen to Pandora while we shower.
Well, I ask you 2 questions. Has anybody ever come over and complained about our TV sound?
No, which is why we don't need new TV speakers.
Can you hear the phone in the shower? No,
yes.
You can't.
I can.
It's bad. We need...
But I'm just showering. I don't need that supersonic sound.
But I would like to hear it.
Musician.
And
speaking of that, no song or any kind of music will ever be the same. If I'm just listening to Pandora while I shower, I kind of don't care what I'm listening to. I'm just like, oh, I can kind of hear that song. Da-da-da-da. But Adam's like, no, we need to hear all of it. We need to hear the bass line. We need to hear the key changes, and we need to hear the lyrics. They really need to come out, and you need to hear the kind of microphone that they were recording on. I'm like, but I'm in the shower. I'm just washing my hair. I can't hear it anyway. And he's like, but it matters because it's the bathroom.
It's the bathroom where things matter in the bathroom.
Yeah. You're you're driving down the street and you're like, oh, this is a pretty cool song. And then Adam goes, well, did you know that this person in this band used to be in this band and then they fucked up, so then he went into this band and that was an accident because that was a side project, and then he had nose, or he used to scream, but he actually started out as a bassoonist, and like it gets crazy.
Ah, yes, the bassoonist of the Used, the side project of Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
There's so many opinions, like, oh, I really like this song. And he's like, oh, well, they use this plugin on this and it sounds terrible. And oh, listen to their lyrics. Oh, like, what are they even talking about? And you're like, but I kind of like it. And they're like, why do you like it? And I'm like, because it makes me feel something. And they're like, yeah, but why? Do you even know about these tonal shifts and these melodic shizness diz?
You act like you don't have strong opinions and that you haven't learned to listen for things over the years.
That's the point. I have learned to listen to music like this fool over here.
It's true. And you deal with a lot because you're dating a musician and an audio engineer.
God help me.
Talk about GAS, Gear Acquisition Syndrome. Kelly clearly didn't know about the term. But yeah, if somebody in an audio forum is like, I've got really bad gas, they're just trying to buy things to buy things.
And then you bring in all this fucking jargon. You think dating a doctor's difficult? Try dating a musician. Gastro. I don't know. Anal sounds.
Super farty anal sounds. 2018.
I don't even know what you just said. Like,
now what we call music. Look. I don't want to sit here all day and talk about chromatic exchange and tritone substitutions. I don't want to sit here and complain about latency and the whatnots.
But he does.
But I do.
That's what he wants to talk about.
Because those things are important.
Yeah, you're listening to a song and he's like, oh, did you hear the chord structure from here to here to here? And he's like, C minor to E flat to F sharp. And you're like I kind of know what that means, but
you gloss over it. Yeah.
The key changes that I just said probably do not work together.
What was it? C to E flat to F sharp? C minor to E flat? That's great. To F sharp, I wouldn't go there. I don't know where you're going after that.
That means I'm a natural jazz musician.
You're super...
Also, when you date a musician, you have to talk about scheduling. Like, you have no freaking normal schedule. Like, Adam was in a wedding band for 3 years, which meant I did not see him from Friday morning until Monday morning.
I worked hard in that wedding band.
Because when you think about it, like, musicians, they play at weddings or they play at bars on the weekends. They play live shows on the weekends. Like, everyone's going out on the weekend to listen to things and
to
clubs,
the musicians who are working on the weekends.
Exactly.
It's true.
If you're working on the weekend, then you have to practice your shit during the week. So, like, you have rehearsals during the week at night for free, then to work that weekend to then get paid. And people are like, oh, why do we have to pay musicians? Because they put in a lot of fucking time that is outside of just that one gig. So, like, pay your musicians fairly and tip them if they have a tip jar.
Wow, this turned into a different episode, but I love
want
it.
a lot for you. And for your brethren.
I appreciate that.
Another thing is that they're always wearing band t-shirts.
I'm wearing my own band t-shirt right now.
Yeah, he is in this band. It's called Water District. Check them out. They're pretty great. But also, he did not wear the shirt for this episode. He was literally just wearing this shirt all day.
I just like the shirt. And if you're a musician dating a non-musician, at some point the question is going to pop up. Can you teach me? Can you teach me to play? Can you teach me to music like you?
And you go, you've been together for 6 years. Like, I should obviously be as good as guitar as this guy who's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's not that hard.
It's super hard.
Everyone does it. Everyone plays guitar.
Yeah, who doesn't play guitar?
I don't even want to be great at guitar. I just want to know more than 3 chords.
And let me tell you, how many chords do you know?
3.
How many times have you tried to get me to give you guitar lessons?
3.
This is a two-way street. I've tried to teach you. Hey, I bought you a ukulele. And you know who got great at ukulele? I got great at ukulele.
Because he's a musician. He can play every instrument.
I can play ukulele like a motherfucker.
A great thing about dating a musician, though, is that they think outside the box. So they see things, or, they write music and it's like, oh, wow, I didn't think about that way.
Totally.
That seems a little vague, but I don't know what to tell you.
The purpose of music is to make the listener feel something. Regardless of all that technical jargon, regardless of all the fucking gear and all that shit. If the listener isn't feeling anything, then somebody's not doing their job.
But then it translates into your relationship because they want you to feel something.
It's true.
Disclaimer, I am also a musician, but I'm a vocalist.
So not a musician.
So different.
Super different. Hey, how do you know a singer's at the door? They don't have the key and they forgot to come in.
Not me.
Oh, snap.
This has been I Love You, but we need to talk about dating a musician. If
Good
you
luck.
have any questions about it, please let me know. Again, I've been with Adam for years. I've also been with other musicians, and I got a lot of advice.
And the truth is, like, if you need deciphering, reach out. I'm happy to decipher with you.
Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let us know if you have any questions.
We'd love to hear from you. Have a beautiful rest of your night.